What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark received a ton of backlash after she liked a tweet from music superstar Taylor Swift. Was it a tweet? Let me make sure of that. It was an Instagram post, excuse me. She liked an Instagram post from Taylor Swift, who endorsed Kamala Harris and encouraged people to vote and to register to vote. Okay? Now, later on, Caitlin Clark tried to clarify that she did not necessarily endorse Kamala Harris, but was endorsing the message of people registering to vote and being part of the democratic process. Nevertheless, many of her supporters turned on her. Said one commentator, quote, "I noticed you liked Taylor Swift's endorsement post of Kamala, I guess is what they're supposed to be, and Tampa Tim. I figured you were more based and aware. Bummer." Another one said, "LMAO, she's a Kamala fan. Shocking. She is bought and paid for by the elites. As soon as she got that deal, no one should be shocked she sold herself, just like Taylor and the rest of sick Hollywood." Another one said, "Damn, I became such a big fan. Oh well, back to ignoring the WNBA. Love watching you, but now I refuse after seeing you support Taylor Swift and Kamala." Another one, "I have been a huge supporter of Clark. It's obvious that she supports Harris or she wouldn't have liked Swift's Instagram post. Now I choose to stop watching the WNBA and Clark. I hope it was worth it. I think all celebrities and athletes should keep their political views to themselves. She just alienated half of her supporters. I hope she enjoys having small audiences attending her games and half the viewers that are watching on TV. Another person, you'd have been great if you just kept your mouth shut." You know, I feel so vindicated. I feel so vindicated because I mean everybody knew I was right. You know, maybe I was wrong about Caitlin Clark's potential. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know some people who used to love to hear me bash LeBron. Now all of a sudden, magically, you know what I'm saying, when I criticize Caitlin Clark, now all of a sudden, they, you know what I'm saying, they don't fuck with me no more. You know, whatever. Bash LeBron, but let me bash Tom Brady or Caitlin Clark and see what happens. But anyway, yeah, we already knew that an element of her fan base were not really basketball fans, but she represented an ideology, which is WS to them. I mean, why are people afraid to say this? People afraid to say it, like it's not factual. You know, kind of like how we choose to ignore who's really running Hollywood, who's really running the entertainment industry, the music industry. Come on, man. Most businesses, the biggest corporation in the world. Well, whatever. Uh, I'm not talking about all of her fans, you know, not even the majority of her fans, but she does have an ugly element, and that are part of her fan base. And to me, they are part of the reason why people, quote unquote, hate on Caitlin Clark. You know, whether it's fair or not. I mean, people hate on Angel Reese. I complain about it. People tell me, hey, it's part of the game. I find it interesting, too, there are a lot of these people who profess that athletes should keep their mouth shut and just play ball. They only say that about the athletes whose political views they disagree with. You know, people like Kurt Schilling, you don't see people from the left telling him to keep his mouth shut and just talk baseball. You notice that? All these right-wing athletes, you don't usually see people from the left telling them to shut up. They might critique them and critique them harshly, but they don't talk in this almost, I gotta say it, they don't talk in this slave master tone, as if they own these athletes, as if they could control people. This authoritarianism is what I'm getting at. There's an authoritarian tone with some people. You know, why don't people tell, and there's Canner, Freedom, whatever his name is, tell him to shut up and just talk basketball. No, you don't do that because you agree with what he says. And why do you follow athletes anyway based on their political affiliation? If an athlete happens to be liberal or progressive or vote Democratic, you might disagree with that, but that's their prerogative. I mean, Bill Walton was one of the great players of all time when he was healthy. Everybody knew that he was left of center. You know what I'm saying? You might not agree with her politics, but people used to have the sophistication and the mental, really, I should say, the emotional intelligence. That's something that's lacking in this country, in this world, really. Emotional intelligence. People always talk about rave about IQs, but the emotional intelligence of people is stuck in, honestly, middle school. I listen to people complain and talk on social media, and it's like they're stuck in middle and high school emotionally. 35-year-olds who talk like they're fucking 14 emotionally from, grow the hell up. A person, you could disagree with a person's political views or their political philosophy and also praise something else about them. A lot of people think Michael Jordan didn't get involved enough in politics. Fine. That doesn't mean he's still not a great player. I can't stand LeBron James, but he's still a great player. There are some black conservatives who I think are, you know what? But I do have the emotional intelligence to say, well, despite that part of it, they're rather brilliant when they're not talking about this. Can't do this. It's just this or me, this or them, us or them and us against the world. It's just ridiculous, reducing of everything in society to, sports competition. We do that in politics now. Sports has permeated everything, us against them. The campaign season is competitive, but then after that, we're supposed to unite as a nation and at the very least, give this new leader a chance. We don't do that, man. We're so divisive, whatever. And the media plays into this as well. The media definitely plays into this. At the end of the day, Caitlin Clark can like whatever the fuck she wants to like. Okay? And as I said before, a lot of these people were not WNBA fans. They're not. They don't care about the WNBA, and they only like Caitlin Clark because of what she represented or what she hopefully represented. And that's WS. I said that before in this video. That's why they don't choose to or even want to get to know about Aja Wilson or Angel Reese or Diana Taurasi. They don't care. That's not what they're following this for. In that aspect, they're like LeBron fans, some of them. They really don't care about the NBA. They just want to hear about that one person. And then when somebody else gets shine, they got to bring them down because they really don't care about that. They tried this with Paige Buchers, by the way. They tried this. They tried to make her the representation of WS. Those that element. But when Paige Bucher started coming out as progressive, left of center, the injuries hurt too. But when she started coming out like that, they got off of her. And then they concentrated on Caitlin Clark. So it's rather unfortunate. But anyway, they're not real WNBA fans, so she's not really losing anything.